Hello and welcome back to another part of our Clutter-Free February series. So today I am going to tackle my kitchen. I am going to remove everything from all the drawers, all the cabinets, every single area, and declutter it. And it is amazing how much I end up getting rid of in the end.
You can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better. So much better. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better.
So I'm trying to take you around my whole entire kitchen and show you absolutely how everything is starting. I did not do any pre-organization or anything like that. Literally, I cleared off my countertops so that I had space to work, and then I grabbed my camera and we started this project right away.
Let yourself be free and maybe you will find that there is more to life than being pretty. Honey, let's just face it. You can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better. So much better.
So some days I feel like my kitchen is pretty organized, and other days I get so frustrated because you pull out one bowl and next thing you know, everything's tumbling out at you. So I was finally to my breaking point, and I think Clutter-Free February was exact motivation that I needed to get this project underway. Here in a second, you're going to see the worst cabinet in my kitchen. Here we go. This is the clutter catch-all cabinet. Like, no matter what I have done in this cabinet, it has just never worked. And stick around to see the ending because, oh my gosh, I have been so amazed at the transformation.
Be a little wilder. Baby, kick your shoes off, don't hide it. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your.
Yes, I even tackle the fridge on this video. So here I am just getting the canister for my vacuum, and the filter, I had washed it the night before, so I was getting that all off the counter. And my plan is to completely clear the counter so that I have space to get everything out of every single cabinet, every single drawer. And I was suddenly surprised that I didn't have as much space as I felt like I did.
I'm thinking back on all those times when I felt closed off from all that I could become, eager but too scared to climb.
Now, I'm not alone here with saying that we have way too many cups. I see so many YouTube videos that it's cups, cups, cups. Let me know, how do you keep your cups under control? So I declutter ours all of the time, and I try to really limit it, but every time we turn around, somebody is gifting us one, or we find a new cute one that we like. So give me your tips and tricks down below. Also, as I cleared everything out, I went ahead and I scrubbed the inside of every single cabinet. And that way in March, when I bring you Mama's spring cleaning, I just have to do the outside of the cabinets, which you can see in this video definitely needs done so bad.
This is who I am now. They think that I have lost my mind, that I'm not being true, but they don't have a clue, 'cause this is me when I cut out all the shallowness and everything else.
So the first thing that I was focusing on is cups, because I felt like it was taking up a big amount of real estate in my kitchen, and I knew that there was a lot that I could declutter and get rid of. And I also felt like it's just an easy thing to start with. I was amazed at how many cups we have. So there are 6 of us here. We do like entertaining, but this is just a completely ridiculous amount of cups. It fills my whole entire counter. I'm also looking in the cabinets to make sure that I didn't miss any. I even look in the dishwasher to make sure if there's any in there. And then you see here that I am just like shocked at how many we have. I also made sure to pull out any pitchers, like serving pitchers, so that I make sure I don't have too many of those. So just like with any of my other decluttering videos, where I always begin is to group like items together. So I am putting all the coffee mugs together, all my travel mugs together, all the serving pitchers, and then our daily use glasses all together also. Alright, so now what I am doing is I'm going through and I'm putting anything that is a for sure keep up on my taller part of my counter, and that way I know which ones are kind of questionable or that we might not want to keep. So I have these 2 wine glasses and I'm just laughing so hard because I can't remember the last time we had wine. We had already gotten rid of like 14 other ones and we just kept the 2 for my husband and I. But I decided very rapidly that those were going to be decluttered. So anything that I put back on my stove is definitely going. And then when you see me taking pictures of items, that is me taking pictures and sending them to my husband to ask him what his feelings are or whether we can declutter stuff. Someday, I've been saving you, and you save me too. Yeah, I need it, don't you need me too? The fact that we have so many coffee mugs is actually hilarious in our house because my husband is the absolute only one who drinks coffee in this household. So I don't even know why we have so many of them.
I can take you anywhere, somewhere we won't be scared.
A few of these mugs I got rid of just solely because they are just hard to wash. They're hard to keep clean, and anything that's going to cause me more stress just needs to go out the door. And then also you can see if you break this down by each category, like each type of cup, it goes so quick and easy. So I highly recommend when you are decluttering that that's what you end up doing with whatever space you're in. It is amazing how much these corner cabinets can really hold. I am embarrassed by half of the stuff that ended up coming out of here. We had fish food in there and we haven't even had a fish for about probably a good year and a half. We had some of my daughter's dance jewels that we have to glue onto some of her performance costumes. We had batteries, we had like camera boxes, we had like the weirdest things. There was a label maker up there. I mean, none of it made sense at all. There I was even showing you, we had states, like the United States cards that we use for homeschool. I don't know how they ended up in this cabinet. So this right here was the best decision that I made throughout this whole process. I put all of our cups in this corner cabinet and it keeps us accountable. So the top shelf is all our travel mugs that we don't use daily. The second one has our travel mugs, which are the Bubba brand from Walmart that we do use daily, and coffee mugs. And then the bottom one had all of our like daily use glasses. And here you can see I am completely overwhelmed and I'm starting to shut down. Like, this is exactly how I felt right then. So, all right, put our big girl panties on, get up and keep moving. I was trying to move our plates into a different cabinet, but they just didn't work. So after I clean out this cabinet, I just put them exactly how they were because it was working so well. Then this big cabinet that originally was just full of a whole bunch of extra cups, I'm using for all of my big mixing bowls and a few of my casserole dishes, and that turned out really, really great. Then in our kitchen, we have 2 Lazy Susans. And I have a love-hate relationship with these things. Either they stay really, really organized or everybody just shoves everything in there. And I have to say, my husband and my kids are the shove everything in there, and I really try to keep it organized. But since we switched it around, it really, really makes sense, and everybody has been on the same page.
So spend your time with me. Looking for someone who can play though, wanna hang with me. I'm not really looking for a friend, so spend your time with me. Looking for someone not afraid to give it all to me. Get next to me, get next to me.
I think at this point I had decided that my Lazy Susan on the right was going to hold all of my appliances, and this was a really, really great idea. So I needed a place for my Instapot. Yes, I have 2 crock pots, but we definitely use them, so I was definitely keeping those. And then I went ahead around my kitchen and I grabbed appliances from any other area also, and they all fit so perfectly in this Lazy Susan.
Never thought that loving would be easy, but it's all for free. Won't cost a thing, so it's yours. Worth a try. Oh, this is the real thing. I'm down if you're down, boy. Get next to me, get next to me. All that I want is to get next to you, get next to you. Not asking for much, but it feels like the 2 of us are golden. Now gold, you see. We'll do you good, so take a chance on me. It's magical when you are close, so get close with me. We'll do you good, 'cause I am golden, I'm golden.
So one thing we often do is reevaluate what pots and pans that we have. We are very specific on what we like to end up cooking with, and so we definitely only have the ones that we love. Then my son wanted to be a little sweetheart and help me under here to pull stuff up. And so I let him, and then I realized that there was grease or something stained in here. So I'm just getting that really scrubbed out also.
What do you got to take a chance? Take a chance on me. It's magical when you are close, so close. What do you got? 'Cause I am golden.
We do cook and bake like almost every single meal and a whole bunch of desserts at our house, but this is a crazy amount of pans. So this was definitely time to evaluate, and I probably got rid of more than 50% of this in the end.
Shooting me with words, but I won't let them bruise. Even though it hurts, I won't show it to you. 'Cause it will ricochet, I won't let it bite. I will look at you and tell you that I'm alright. Like a ricochet, it will come back to you. Let me tell you, no, because my
I end up moving all of my pots down below the oven, and this has been the absolute perfect space for it because you have to stack them appropriately for them to fit, and so everybody puts them away correctly. And then look how many I ended up getting rid of just out of the pile of pans.
no, because my eyes are open, your words will keep bouncing away.
Now here is mom life right here. I had to stop and do a lunch break for the kids. And so as much as I just want to work through and skip eating, the kids need fed. And so here goes a big mess being made, needing to do dishes and everything. And then I get back to it again. We ended up making a new recipe that was breaded buttered chicken, and then we had some stuffing and some crescent rolls also, and I have to say this was such a delicious meal. All right, back to it.
To somebody else, but it will ricochet. I won't let it bite. I will look at you and tell you that I'm alright. Like a ricochet, it will come back.
So based on the lighting, you should be able to tell that this is later at night. I had gotten the kids off to bed, and then I decided to come back downstairs and keep working on this. So you could tell that I have done a lot of organization, like I put stuff into like piles again, because everything that came out of that corner cabinet still had me so overwhelmed.
But it's just not right. No, because my eyes are open, your words will keep bouncing away. Like a ricochet, like a ricochet, like a ricochet, like a ricochet.
So for Tupperware, every couple of months, I definitely go through it and I make sure everything has a matching lid. And then if I have extra lids or extra bowls that don't have a lid, then I end up getting rid of it. But I was at the point right here that I just felt like I had too much and I needed to basically assign this smaller cabinet to my Tupperware to make sure it only fits in here. If I have more than what fits in here, then I have too much. And there I was giving my daughter a little bit of a hug. She just got done reading her book and she came out to brag to me about it.
We're almost there. I'm loving this feeling of something new. Just right what I needed.
I feel like in our kitchen we have so many small or narrow cabinets and drawers, and I just don't know how to utilize these correctly because it just seems like I have too many of these and not enough of the bigger ones. So I'm constantly switching stuff around, trying to figure it out. If you have any tips and tricks, please let me know.
We can drive through the night, sing along to the midnight radio. Don't wanna wait all my life, can't remain, no delay, gotta let it go. A gentle breeze, the night's got a fever to the moon.
Raise your hand if you also have a medicine cabinet in your kitchen. I feel like this is pretty common for people that I know, but I don't know if this is really typical across the whole United States. So we try to just keep our daily use ones. My husband does have some health issues, and so he is on quite a few meds, and he also has allergies. And then we try to keep Band-Aids and Neosporin and stuff like that in this tiny basket. So I do have to say I limit it to this tiny basket, and then I make sure it stays up out of reach of the kids.
No delay, gotta let it go. We can drive through the night.
All right, you can clearly tell that I ended up calling it a night, and this is day 2 of decluttering and organizing the kitchen. So I definitely felt pumped and ready to complete this task. I didn't feel as overwhelmed as I had before, but I still have all of the bottom cabinets to do. So yesterday I got all the top ones done, and then today is for the bottom ones. So this cabinet was actually a little bit scary. So I went to pull my KitchenAid mixer out, and I realized that the little plastic holder that is supposed to be holding up that shelf that has all my Dutch ovens on it, that plastic holder was out, and the only thing that was actually holding up this shelf was my KitchenAid mixer. So I am so lucky that I didn't just force it out. And then I did decide in the end that my KitchenAid mixer was going to go in the middle of this shelf to help support the weight of all the Dutch ovens.
Tonight we're running on the right track. I know we never gonna look back. Oh, I just wanna have a good time. Call me whatever, 'cause I'm up for anything like that. Oh no, we don't wanna do slow-mo, so tonight we just let go.
So I was getting ready to start with all my utensils, so I went ahead, I cleaned off the counters to make sure that everything could be clean on there, and then I realized there was a necklace stuck in this drawer. So literally I wanted to get all of my cooking utensils out and on the counter and group them all like together, because you ladies have learned that is how I roll. And that way I know if I have too much of something and not enough of another. And I know I had too many cooking utensils.
Oh, I just wanna have a good time, so call me whenever, 'cause a night like this, it never gets old. Oh no, we don't wanna do slow-mo, so tonight we just let go. To the beat and treat every freak out, singing like, party like, freaking out. To the
you are new to my channel, I want to say hello and I want to introduce myself. So my name is Jamie and I am a working homeschool mama to 4 beautiful children, and we have so much fun in our daily life. But that being said, I'm still a mom that's trying to run a whole entire household, and it definitely gets out of control very quickly with 6 of us in here all the time. So the way I try to keep this under control is that I do these little decluttering days that I go through one area at a time, and I focus just on that, and then the next few days I'll go on to another area. So we all are just trying to do our best, and my whole goal with starting a YouTube channel was to just help find my tribe. So I really want to support you guys, but at the same time, I hope you guys really realize how much I appreciate each and every single one of you, and that you guys are supporting me so much also. So my content on this channel is about homeschool and curriculum and cleaning and organization and decluttering, and then just normal daily mom life. So if this is something that interests you, please make sure to hit that red subscribe button, and I hope that I get to know you guys because I am so super excited to help and know y'all.
And that we're good the way we are. But I don't know that much about you. What things you like and what you don't. It's not that long since I met you for the first time.
I started with the utensils by grouping everything into like categories, and then I went through really quick and I got rid of everything that I knew that I definitely was getting rid of. So everything down here in this bottom right corner is going goodbye, and it didn't take me long to get rid of a lot of stuff. And then as I was putting everything away, I was reevaluating if I had space for everything and if it was really necessary for it to stay.
The way you look, the way you laugh, and how you move, it kinda makes me go crazy. But we should take it slow, work things out so you don't let me go. When I come real close, I don't wanna get hurt, 'cause I'm not ready to give you my heart yet. Before I'm too invested, I should probably ask you all my questions, get to know you better. Like, can you be trusted? Will you
So one thing that we quit allowing in our kitchen is a junk drawer. So these little gray trays that I am putting in here, that is the only place that random stuff is allowed to go into, and that way we know once those get full they need to get emptied out, and it's not a whole entire drawer that we just keep shoving more and more into.
let me down? Yeah. Before I'm too invested, I should probably ask you all my questions, get to know you better.
So I knew I still had a lot more cupboards to go through, but I also knew on this counter I had so many things that belonged in other locations that I wanted to take care of that before I started pulling more things out of other cupboards. So that is what I am doing right here.
Baby, when I love you, tell me, do you want me?
So we struggled for the longest time of where to place our placemats for storage, and I ended up figuring out that this drawer is absolutely perfect for them. So they fit the perfect size, and then it's a really shallow drawer, so it's hard to utilize for anything else at all. Then I am going through and looking to see if there's any washcloths or towels I wanted to get rid of. I'm really good at getting rid of them throughout the month, and so there was none, but I reorganized it. And here I just got done doing dishes from the morning, and so I'm hurrying up and putting all that stuff away so that I am starting with a fresh kitchen again.
Don't wanna pick a fight with it. Everything seems so good. I guess I can't help myself. Would you call me if I'm in the dark? I'm calling up 'cause I'm right under the stars. Would you run on me leaving this mark? But baby, I'm the one who's breaking hearts, one who's breaking it. I said that I needed you, like a late night with someone that I knew. I just hope you.
So a few years ago, I put all the kids' plates and cups and bowls down here in this lower one so that they could reach everything on their own when need be. But I was recently evaluating the size of all these plates and bowls, and they're just becoming too small for all the kids. So originally I put those back down there, but within 3 days I end up donating absolutely everything that was in that drawer because they're just too small. And we went ahead and we had these bigger tray plates that have worked beautiful for the kids.
Stars. Would you run on me leaving this mark? But baby, I'm the one who's breaking hearts, one who's breaking too much of emotions. Sometimes I'm the light. Don't wanna pick a fight with it. Everything seems so good. I guess I can't help myself. Would you call me if I'm in the
So I was done with the big part of the decluttering project, and I decided to reward myself with deep cleaning the countertops and the backsplash before I moved on. So don't click off yet. I am showing you what all of the cabinets look like on the inside after I decluttered and reorganized them, but we still have a refrigerator to do. So more motivation is coming. This cabinet, this corner cabinet, is my absolute favorite transformation out of everything in the kitchen. Like, this has definitely made a huge difference, and I think it's the perfect size for all of our cups.
I had a feeling you'd come back.
That spice drawer I ended up redoing after this video. I had ended up buying glass jars that all matched, and it has a spice rack that comes with it also, and so it ended up clearing out a whole entire shelf worth of spices, and we are really loving it. Here you can see all those colorful ones I end up getting rid of, like I said, like 3 days after this video was shot. And then here is my Lazy Susan just full of my appliances, and I absolutely love it. I was so happy that I did that. I'm just proving to you guys I did not stick anything in the dishwasher. It is completely empty. All these drawers are organized and nice and ready to go. Please let me know, like, do you guys struggle with certain areas in your kitchen, and what do you do to try to keep it under wrap?
I had a feeling you'd come back and save me from all my slip-ups and mistakes. And now I'm just pointless without you. Why don't we go back to, never wanted to end things like we did. I'm sorry for all those promises I made you that I couldn't keep. But it's like something feels different from back then. Why don't we go back to?
Here is the crazy before of the fridge. Oh my gosh, I am so embarrassed to show this to you, but I don't think that I'm completely alone in fridges ended up looking like this. So our school is giving out free food every single week because they're losing a lot of funding by not utilizing the food during this time period. And so we decided to go for a few weeks, but it just ended up with a whole bunch of individual servings in my fridge, and it just ended up with a big mess. So since then we've quit going because I just can't stand the extra clutter that it is bringing. So I have decided I was going to clear out the whole entire fridge, disinfect it, scrub it down, and that way I felt like that part and the inside of the cabinets were already done before I needed to start my spring cleaning. So I had purposely left my fridge open while I was working behind here because, as you can see, I am spraying it with disinfectant that has bleach in it, and I just didn't want to close that and keep that odor in there, but yet I felt like my fridge needed a huge disinfecting. So usually when I clean it, I just use Dawn dish soap and water, but this time I just decided I needed a little bit of spray. So while that is airing out, I am going through absolutely everything, getting rid of anything that is expired or that we won't be using, and then I'm cleaning out all the drawers and organization bins that I utilize in the fridge. So the first thing I prioritize to get back in the fridge is any dairy products. So I am going through all my cheeses and my butters and any milk or sour cream, yogurt, stuff like that to get back into this fridge so that it's not out too long. I do want to say also, every single Tuesday I end up clearing out my fridge because Wednesday morning is our trash day. So it's the perfect opportunity to make sure that I do that every single week. But I had missed it for a couple weeks here. So I definitely had like a lot of leftovers that was getting dumped out and were pretty gross. So I am going through all the condiments and I'm looking to see if any are expired, and then I will sort them again into like groups and see if like we have 2 bottles of the same thing open, if I can consolidate them and save room in our fridge. I do have to say I love our fridge, but the one thing I dislike is the storage that is in the door, because I feel like I have these containers but none of them are tall enough to hold all of the bottles. But at the same time, if I take one of the containers out, then I don't have enough space for the bottles either. So I just really wish it was a little bit taller to end up holding the height of the containers.
It's so obvious to all of us. Yeah, you're perfect. From the way you laugh to the way you behave when you're mad, so perfect. When I see you dance, spin my world around and around. Ooh, I know that you're worth it. Ooh, 'cause girl, you're perfect, amazing. That I'm kissing you. It's not what you expect from someone so perfect. When we go out, it's always fun. You pick me up when I am down, and that's just one of many things that makes me believe that you're a dream. Yeah, it's no secret at all. It's so obvious to all of us. Yeah, you're perfect. From the way you laugh to the way you behave when you're mad, so perfect. When I see you dance, spin my world around and around. Ooh, I know that you're worth it. Ooh, 'cause girl, you're perfect, amazing. That I'm kissing you. It's not what you expect from someone so perfect. From someone so perfect. Yeah, you're perfect. From the way
All right, so I want to let you ladies know what to expect from me coming in March on my channel. So basically February was clutter-free February, and it really focused on going room by room and decluttering areas, and there's more to come, so make sure to check back. The next video should be decluttering all my cleaning products and getting all organized underneath the kitchen sink, because I did not make it to that in this video. But coming in March, because all of my decluttering and organization is all done, then I will be starting my spring cleaning. So just like this, I will go from room to room. I will focus going from top to bottom and getting everything dusted and scrubbed and cleaned and nice and fresh for the nice, beautiful weather that hopefully is coming soon. So if that is something that would interest you guys, please make sure that you are subscribed and that bell notification is turned on so that you don't miss every single time that I upload. And here this week, I am trying to upload as much as I can to bring you guys the rest of the content. I am sorry I got a little bit behind in February, just normal life happening, but I promise y'all that I have the content to give you.
Keep it coming through the night. We don't need to slow down. Take it all. I'll give you what you need. If you stay with me, I'll have you in the dark. So shine on, don't lose your spark. Show me what you got. Let your colors burn. Let your colors burn.
All right, there you have it. The kitchen is completely done. The fridge is done. Everything's organized. It looks so great. Everything has its own little place. Even the pull-out drawer got done. Here is everything that I ended up getting rid of. I ended up counting, there was 79 items, and since then I have gotten rid of easily another 20 items. So it has felt so great to get this many things out of just one room in my house. All right, make sure to check back for more decluttering motivation.